It's a magic month. I want to do something different, and I want to take you all along with me as I go and budget out my paycheck that just hit. Today's just a little different though. Today is my magic month check. And if you're not familiar with what a magic month check is, basically the magic month check is the third check or maybe the fifth check if you get paid weekly that you receive in a month. It happens typically around 2 times a year, depending on your pay cycle. It always feels like you got paid a little bit more. Essentially, when you're budgeting your money on a normal month or a normal pay cycle, you will only plan for enough to last for 4 weeks. So when that 5th week check hit, it feels like extra money because you technically have already paid off your bills, or you should have. Most financial advisors tell you to use that extra income that you feel towards your emergency fund, getting caught up on your bills, paying off additional debt. That's what I'm going to do with you all today. I'm going to walk you through where I am, how I budget out that money, because if I'm being honest, if it sits too long in my account, I may spend it, okay? If I'm being honest. All right, guys. Well, if that is something that you're interested in, go ahead and sit back and join me along the video. Okay, so I have switched to looking at my money monthly on my ultimate budget sheet tracker. And the amount that I have left to budgeted spend is $4,800, and that is what our magic months checks add up to. So we are still on track with our budget for the month. And so I'm very quickly going to go through and update all of this and come back and share with you all where we're going to allocate. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I'll go ahead and log into my bill account to make sure my bill account is in tip-top shape. Okay, looks like I have a fully funded checking account for our bills. I do have a balance of $63.92 on that credit card. So let me notate that. I'll need to pay that off. I'm going to go ahead and check my other credit cards. Okay, that credit card is at $800, and this is the one that my Never Federal credit card is the one that we use all the time. I need to pay that off as well. A lot of this spend is from bills too, so I'm going to reallocate the money from my bill account to pay off the card, and then the rest are my variable expenses that I budget for in my expense breakdown in my budget. Okay, and given we are a 2-person household, my husband did also write down his credit card spend on this sheet. And I want to say this is on here backwards, but at the top it says bank account in a negative, but I'm going to keep a positive attitude. I don't know if you've seen those memes, but they are hilarious.
Everybody, this your boy Black Man. Eat that thing like Pac-Man. My bank account's negative. I'm in a positive attitude.
And it looks like he has a total of $427 for one account, $390 for another credit card, and then $195 for his Amex. So, $1,012 in his, and then $826.80 in mine, plus $63.92 in ours or on the other. So $1902.80 is going to credit cards, which is a lot. I think it's important to share with you guys how we got here at $1,902.80 over budget. 2 checks ago, or maybe it was 3 checks ago, and the reason why I haven't been showing up consistently on YouTube, my husband's work vehicle went out. So at that time, we had to deplete our bill account to go ahead and purchase a cash car from him. My husband does a lot of side jobs and things like that, so we need a vehicle for him to go back and forth between jobs and things like that. And we don't want him to use like our everyday cars to put wear and tear on them and then carry all the equipment that he has to. So we needed to purchase a new work vehicle for him. And honestly, we purchase a work vehicle every year, and what I'm realizing is that I need to start budgeting for it. So because we had to go ahead and cash flow that purchase, that next check went to replenish our bill account so we wouldn't get back. But thankfully, we are 1 month ahead, so that really didn't, deter us too much. And so we were living off of our credit cards of what we normally would have been using for our everyday variable expenses for that. So like going to the grocery store, eating out, we were living on our credit cards. And what is the one thing that happens when you live on your credit cards? You always overspend. And so in this case, we definitely did overspend. Maybe I DoorDashed a little too much. Maybe we went out a little too much. So right now, we spent $1902.80 that I need to go ahead and pay out. But thankfully, we have this magic month check that doesn't need to be allocated to bills. So I'm not really worried about it. We'll pay off all of the credit cards with this amount of money. Okay, the next thing I'm going to look at is my wallet to determine... I told you guys that I wanted to put money towards bills, towards credit cards, towards bulking up my variable expenses, and then putting the rest into savings. Okay, so I'm going through my bills, and I have 120 in groceries still. Eating out is empty, but of course. Spending is at 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Gas is good, household is not, and then miscellaneous is just money. I need to also pull all of these receipts out. So let me go ahead and do that to clean up my wallet. I need to go ahead and scan these before they expire. And majority of this is from my travel at work as well. So I just put them to the side so I can get my reimbursements on my Amex card. And the only thing on that card is my spending for work. And I'm not going to tell you guys what that balance is because it's nasty. Okay, so I definitely am going to bulk up my wallet. Let me double check it against my spending binder. And so I do keep, funds is what I call them, funds, for if I happen to go overspend in what I have in my wallet. I'll pull from these envelopes, and as you can see, these are somewhat depleted. Okay, so I am definitely going to allocate money towards groceries, eating out, gas, because I only have that $50 that's in my wallet. I need to bulk this up. Personal, and then of course beauty, because I do want to get some braids and that's a little bit more expensive. I also want to buy some concert tickets for me and my mom to see John Baptiste. All right, now I do have some extra funds here. Count it up. 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. So $690 right here going into my savings. I'll put that in a savings challenge. And then let me pull out my cash planning sheet. Okay, so now that I have my cash planning sheet out, all right, I started with 4,800 minus 400 as a buffer. So that's 4,400 minus 1902 equals 2498 is what we're starting with. I'm going to skip to my variable expenses. For groceries, I am going to put, an additional $250. Eating out, I'm going to put $250. Gas, I'll put $120. Household, I'll just put $40. Personal, I'll put $100 for myself. Personal for my hubs, I'll put $100 for him. Beauty, I'll put $100 there. And that is that. So that leaves me with $1,538 for savings challenges. Okay. Let's go ahead and skip down to that. Actually, no, I do have money for that. Okay, so, all right, this one here is my 5K savings challenge. Okay, so now that we have 1538, let's see. Let me put that at the number here. I did not finish April, so I'm going to finish off April and then finish off May for this one. Let's do the total of that. Let's see, 130 plus 120 plus 130 equals 380 plus 500 equals 880. So 1538 minus 880 equals $658 remaining. And then let me go to this one. And this is the Paychecks and Prayers Savings Challenge. And this is $100 for April. Plus $100 for May. So minus $200. It's $458 left over. Okay, then I'm going through my 2K savings challenge. You can't find this on my site. And I didn't do any of April. Did I finish March? I finished March. So $458 left over. Let me write that down so I don't forget. And this is the 2K. So 60 plus 100 plus 40 equals 200 plus 35 plus 40 plus 50 plus 40 plus 35 equals 400. So 400 going into this one, which leaves me with $58 left over. And I'm going to try to find it in this savings challenge by Crafted by Coco. Let's see, I finished March. And April, I did not get. Let's put $58 into this one. All right. Okay, so that is how I allocate the spend. And that should leave me with $0 left over. So what I'll do now is go through my cash planning sheet and allocate the denominations that I need. And then I'm going to go to the bank and pull it out in cash.
I will get past, it's not so bad. Feel me within, I'm gonna win. Ain't got a question, 'cause I got you. Ooh, ooh, 'cause I got you. Ooh, oh my, what a sacrifice. He really suffered up until he died. Yes, here I am just moaning and groaning, complaining.
I'm going to calculate them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 450. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2200 plus 200 plus 80 plus 10 plus 5 plus 3 equals 2498, which is correct. Okay, from there, what I'll do is transfer the numbers here on my cash planning sheet to my teller slip and take it back to the bank. For every order that's placed on my website, Boss Woman Budgets, you get a teller slip or a couple for your budgeting journey. Let's see. I haven't thought about selling these, but I would if you guys like them. Okay, so that's 22 4 4 1 1 3 2200 200 80 10 5 3, which was 2498. Okay, awesome. All right, guys, let's head to the bank. Holy Ghost.